Welcome to Conscious Ground Sound, your source for the best music, both past and present. I'm your host, Jay Ando, and today's review looks at Anderson Paak's Malibu, released January 15th, 2016 by Steel Wool, OBE, Art Club, and Empire Distribution. Malibu has a long list of producers with Adrian L. Miller, Kevin Morrow, Anderson Paak, and Katrina Taz Askew as the executive producers. Also credited with production are Ninth Wonder, Callum Connor, DJ Khalil, Madlib, Katrinata, Pomo, Chris Dave and the Drumheads, Dem Joints, Hi-Tek, Jose Rios, and Vicky Farewell Wen. It seems that each track is a different collaboration, and Paak gives production credit to the guest artists on his album. This is Paak's third full-length album and follow-up to 2014's Venice album. Paak released his debut album OBE Volume 1 in 2012 under the moniker Breezy Lovejoy. It's relevant to mention that Anderson Paak also released two albums this year, one being Malibu and the other being his No Worries collaboration with producer Knowledge. Malibu starts with the track The Bird, which is the most personal track of the set and consequently the best song on the album. The Bird is an incredible soul track written and produced by Anderson Paak, which talks about his growing up, family struggle, friendship, and perseverance. There's a reference to Paak's father's 14-year incarceration for assaulting his mother, and the wisdom that comes through tribulation, time, and patience. This song is nostalgic, and you can feel the struggle and realness of the track as it relates to Anderson Paak. You can also see Paak's roots as a gospel drummer for his church, with every element of the track, from its gospel piano lines, funky-ass bass, the sweet vocal harmonies, and the pocket drums. There are jazzy trumpet lines that flow over the top to complete this near-perfect portrait of Anderson Paak's life. This for me is the best track on the album and the one that seems to speak most to Paak's talents and personality. Anderson Paak's voice emerges on this track, and you can tell the quality of his voice is different than any of the other tracks on the album. There is a maturity and soulfulness that this song embodies that hits home for me, and I find myself playing this track over and over. Heart Don't Stand a Chance is a collaboration with DJ Khalil. The track starts with heavy gospel drum rolls. This is another soul number that features Anderson Paak telling the woman in question that she can't resist him in so many words. There's a Prince-like guitar solo in a turnaround section with the vocal. Ooh, champagne falling down, arms, legs wrapped around. This is Paak's club persona. The track ends with this arpeggiated synth interlude that floats off into space until it once again reaches the champagne turnaround hook once again. The Waters is another soul track that has Paak starting to pseudo-rap. He gives a shout out to the liquor that killed his grandfather's liver, his sister claiming him on her taxes, and running the jungle with Zulus. It's not clear what Paak is talking about, but the water seems like a metaphor for life and the coldness that comes with the trials of life. Paak explains that he tested the waters but still kept the warmth in his soul. The Season / Carry Me, a melange of songs, starts off with a wall of sound gospel style vocal that envelops the listener. This track features Ninth Wonder and Connor Callum. There's an organ line and sporadic bass with Anderson Paak pouring his heart out vocally about fame and his own self-worth. The track segues from The Season into Carry Me and harkens back to the struggles of adolescence, family problems, and financial difficulties. Paak talks about his first Jordans, his first love, and the feds taking pictures. The vocals have an echo and distinctly Curtis Mayfield-like crowing vocals that trail off in delay. It sounds like the vocal screams from Curtis Mayfield's If There's a Hell Below. The hook has Paak repeating, "Mama, can you carry me?" which is again a reference to his single-parent upbringing and the central theme of Malibu. Put Me Through is another Anderson Paak solo production that once again shows that while his collaborations are good, he is a force to be reckoned with on his own. This track sounds like it's influenced by Sly and the Family Stone. The bass on the track reminds me of If You Want Me to Stay. Put Me Through talks about the sadistic side of relationships and the self-inflicted pain of staying in the relationship through suffering, even as Paak sings, "I see it to my own demise." The woman in this song is testing Paak's patience as he sings, "How much longer will I let it ride?" This is one of the best tracks on the album, and it has immediate appeal. Am I Wrong busts in as the electric dance party track on the album. Am I Wrong is a track that could be off Michael Jackson's Off the Wall and features a rap by Schoolboy Q that gives way to a horn-accented dance party that pounds away with the funky synth bass. There's a definite Carpe Diem theme to this dance party as Paak sings, "They want to know where I'll be in 5. What about today? What about tonight?" This track also has a distinct Jamiroquai feel to it, and this feel of Am I Wrong is an amazing one. Without You features Rhapsody, the rapper who also made an appearance on Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. Rhapsody kicks a verse-long rap in the song, harmonizes throughout, and leaves a little Mary J. Blige-like tag at the end of the track. This track deals with infidelity, and there's a diss from Rhapsody that leaves a possible suggestion that Paak's mom was unfaithful. Parking Lot is a collaboration with Jose Rios, who actually plays bass in Paak's live band, the Free Nationals. The song talks about the awkwardness of a first date, with Anderson Paak trying to hit it as he sings, "Couldn't wait to get you naked on the first date." Parking Lot has somewhat of an Outkast feel, except more atmospheric. Parking Lot reminds me of Hey Ya in the way that it features hand claps and the quirky synthesizer line. Overall, this is a cool song that has a sample of a Wolfman Jack radio broadcast at the end of it, which I think is a little bit before Paak's time. Lightweight features the Free Nationals United Fellowship Choir and is produced by Kaytranada. This is a soul and R&B track that has some beautiful female vocal harmonies and some dude with the lowest and most husky voice talking underneath the whole track. Lightweight has a disco beat and a Fender Rhodes sounding keyboard and a lyric that suggests a platonic relationship with the female character in question. Room in Here is another R&B track that has a rap from Jason Terrell Taylor, better known as The Game, that talks about cheating with a groupie at the studio. It's a well-crafted rap that reminds me a little bit of LL Cool J style. The Game raps that this girl reminds me of wifey, met her at the studio, sort of like a high buyer. This seems like an odd track for a married man with a kid. Waterfall Interlude is a title that speaks for itself. This is a swanky, sexy track where the flange on the guitar gives the fluid interlude feel. This is a sex track, enough said. Your Prime starts with a movie clip sample that I can't put my finger on. This is another DJ Khalil track. This song talks about the incompatibility of the young college girlfriend Paak is talking about that doesn't match his old school sensibility, but he still wants her to get back into bed. Paak sings, and wow, she wants visual stimulation, short attention span, and little patience. I like Hennessy and record players, Teddy Pendergrass and Sammy Davis. This song sounds like an autobiographical, long-distance booty call. Come Down is a funky track that has a collaboration with Hi-Tek that sounds like a hip-hop track with dope production and original funky instrumentation. Come Down starts with some folk song about Jerusalem that leads into this track about smoking weed and drinking. The song has the syncopated rhythmic rap style of The Message by Grandmaster Flash, mixed with some James Brown type attitude. This is another one of the standout collaborations of the album and a real fun song. Silicon Valley is a collaboration with Dem Joints that actually does sound like the Teddy Pendergrass track on the album. Silicon Valley reminds me of Turn Off the Lights. It focuses on what's under the tender titty meat, to borrow a Paak term from the track. Anderson Paak is driving for the heart through a terrain that Teddy Pendergrass probably never experienced. The Silicon Valley, that is, which is the embodiment of insecurity and vanity that Paak tries to work past to get on a deeper level with the woman in question in this song. Celebrate is another Paak original solo production, and I'm left wondering what an album of only Paak songs would sound like. It would be more of a down-home style that at times has a gospel Motown feel. This song talks about Paak's California upbringing and appreciating life. This is another one of my favorite tracks on the album, and once again Anderson Paak delivers with his solo material. The album ends with the track The Dreamer that features Talib Kweli and the Timon Family Choir, which are Paak's nieces. This is a call to black kids to keep dreaming with the exclamation of black nationalism in the Talib Kweli rap. There's a shout out to the Black Panthers free lunch program started by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. The Dreamer has an old school feel, and it talks about life from the perspective of Paak as a kid with the lyric, "I'm a product of the tube and the free lunch," which again highlights his single parent upbringing. The child choir is fitting, and this is a good closing track that brings Malibu back to the focus of family and the struggle of Anderson Paak, the struggle of black youth, and the rising up amidst the difficulties of an inequitable society. I give Anderson Paak's Malibu a 9 out of 10 for its skilled live instrumentation, interesting collaborations, excellent original songwriting, and for being the most soulful and substance-filled album in a time of near-complete vanity and commercial production. Malibu shines forth as a beacon of the California gospel, R&B, hip-hop music scene, with a soulful delivery that keeps you coming back for the listens. This has been another new album review from Conscious Ground Sound. Subscribe for notifications about new album reviews, upcoming musical happenings, and classic albums. Check out the Conscious Ground Sound Facebook page for updates, playlists, and other musical news.